What's up, beautiful people? And Michelae here, and in this video we will be diving into the incredible benefits of rosemary tea for hair growth. But first, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified of new uploads. Okay, let's begin. Teas are naturally great for hair. They're incredibly affordable, quick, and very simple to make. You can pick up rosemary in 3 forms: the fresh stalks, the dried leaves, or the powdered form. For the powdered form, grab a mason jar or a regular teacup, measure out 2 tablespoons of the powder, add boiling water, stir, cover, and let sit and cool until ready to use. How much water you add is totally up to you based on how much tea you would like to brew. I personally prefer to use distilled water because in the process of collecting distilled water, all impurities from the water are removed, so you just have a perfect, pure H2O. I usually let my tea sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that gives me a very potent tea. Some benefits of rosemary for hair growth are: rosemary has antifungal properties against Michelae fur, which is a fungus that causes dandruff, so it helps to alleviate dandruff. It has anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties. Anti-inflammatory simply means it decreases inflammation, and being an analgesic means that it is a pain reliever. So rosemary is very soothing and it decreases itching on the scalp. Some studies have shown that carnosic acid, an active ingredient in rosemary, has the ability to heal tissue and nerve damage on the scalp. In turn, this can lead to rejuvenating the hair follicle and possibly even restoring hair growth. It is also known to prevent premature graying, and it increases blood flow to the scalp, so it brings more oxygen and nutrients to the follicles. And this helps with decreasing shedding as well as hair loss. When brewing the fresh stalks, I pour in the entire container because I like to brew a very potent tea, and when I'm ready to use, I'll water it down. Sometimes, not all the time. For the most potent tea, you want to put it on the stove and let it get to a nice simmer. Once you start seeing the pinkish reddish throp, you know your tea is ready. Then I proceed to pouring it out with the stalks in the tea. It's not shown here, but I do leave the stalks in the tea, and I cover and let sit until I'm ready to use. When you leave the stalks in to sit and cool with the tea, it becomes this beautiful red, vibrant color. Oh, it's incredibly potent. I do store my teas in the fridge for a maximum of 5 days, no more than 5 days. Even if after the 5 days have passed and I have fresh tea left over, I still discard it because it will grow bacteria that you cannot see with the naked eye, and I'm not putting that on my scalp. And I reach for either frozen tea or I make a brand new batch. A very simple way to be able to incorporate this into your regimen long term is to freeze some of your tea. This way, you will always have some on hand and you're not brewing a new batch every single week. I like to use a funnel to pour it into my water bottle because it does have a red stain on white or some light colored countertops. However, it does come off with soap and water, but I hate having to clean up extra stuff, so no. When it comes to application, I just first focus on my roots and then I start to run the tea down the length of my hair. I am starting with freshly washed and deep conditioned hair. That is very important because rosemary has a very astringent property where it leaves the hair feeling a little bit squeaky clean. So you never want to put it on dry hair, especially if you're not watering your tea down, because it's so potent that it can leave the hair feeling drier than when you first put it on, even though it has that water in it. So what I do is I use it after I deep condition, so my hair feels nicely supple and moist from the deep conditioner. I apply the rosemary to my hair and then immediately I apply my leave-in conditioner. If I am going to apply rosemary tea to my hair during the week, I will water it down with aloe vera juice. So I would do 50% tea, 50% aloe vera juice, just so that my hair is left feeling hydrated and supple as opposed to super squeaky clean. And I will still follow up with a leave-in conditioner and an oil. I do focus a lot on my scalp when I'm applying my teas, simply because our hair is growing from our scalp and our bodies are absorbing these nutrients and properties and minerals through the scalp. And massaging also helps increase circulation as well as absorption. Once the scalp absorbs those minerals and nutrients, it can actually use them to grow new, healthy hair. And that's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.